What's up, guys? Me on. I am back with another video. Obviously, I am back home after my trip to Stafford and Loudon this past weekend. Go check out the playlist on that. That aside, that's not what we're here to talk about right now. What we are here to talk about is Monday Night Raw, and goddamn, I have a lot to talk about. So, with all of that being said, go ahead, drop a like and subscribe, and let's get on with this. This is only like the second video I've ever done really talking about, wrestling and shit. Obviously, refer back to, the last video I did regarding this sort of topic. But anyway, that all aside, Raw gave me a lot to talk about, and I've been waiting to do something like this for a little bit now, and here we are. So, let's get started, shall we? As far as I'm concerned, you look at Raw, like, tonight was fucking chaos, in both good and bad ways. But I think one of the biggest reasons why why Smackdown is so much more superior than Raw right now is look at the balance of talent, okay? Look at the balance of talent, and we've had some people get brought up, some people get brought back. Obviously, Keith Lee came back tonight, and to face Lashley, and then Goldberg came back to announce that he's going to face Lashley later on. Obviously, also Karrion Kross got brought up from NXT tonight without Scarlett for whatever fucking reason. Supposedly, they want to break the two of them up. I don't fucking know, man. And then, but obviously, SmackDown, they recently brought up Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart. Literally, not long after Tegan Nox came back to NXT. That was literally what the charging battery was for. Like, what the hell? But anyway, you look at SmackDown, you look at Raw, and it's like, this is Raw, this is SmackDown. The talent, the amount of talent, there's so much more on SmackDown than there is on Raw. And I'm not discrediting the star and talent that Raw has. But SmackDown just has so much more. And that's an issue, not for SmackDown, but for Raw. Because Raw, they keep getting stuck in this repetitive week by week by week by week repetitiveness with not much variation. SmackDown does have repeats in terms of matches, but it's not as often. They try and mix things up here and there. They try different matchups. And obviously there are some big names that are hopefully going to be coming back eventually. You have to figure that both Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch are going to come back on SmackDown. Maybe Lynch comes back on Raw just to go after Charlotte. I don't know. Earlier tonight, obviously, Charlotte dropped the line that, she's dominating the women's division and Becky's at home breastfeeding. And Becky fucking tweeted about it, which was fucking hilarious. Actually, she changed her location to, living in Charlotte's head or rent-free in Charlotte's head or something like that. But that was fucking awesome. And we'll get back to Charlotte in a little bit. But again, Charlotte and Rhea could have been something special if it wasn't for the fact that it keeps getting pushed week after week after week. Repetitiveness. Charlotte just beat her. After Rhea kept beating Charlotte, Charlotte just beat Rhea for the title at Money in the Bank last night. And then Rhea comes back to challenge her tonight, the main event of the show. And then obviously Charlotte won again. Now, again, we'll get to that in a little bit. But again, it's like, I don't know what the bigger issue there is, aside from the repetitiveness of it. The fact that you just made Charlotte a 14-time champion, and I think that the issue that people have with her is she's talented, but she's pushed so hard because her last name is Flair. Not discrediting her by any means, because she is a damn good wrestler. However, she gets pushed so much more and it's like she's never going to be as good as her father was. Never. And Rhea is an awesome talent, but pushing her again, her matchup last week against, who was it? It was, I believe, against Natalya. That was actually a breath of fresh air. That felt good. I think Charlotte came afterward, but you get my point. Point is, we need a breath of fresh air. And there's some reports out there that Rhea wants to work with Alexa. Obviously, for whatever reason, they have Alexa possibly feuding with Eva and Piper. No, I'm not using the name Dewdrop because that is stupid. It is Piper. It will always be Piper. Shut the fuck up. But anyway, Rhea apparently wants to work with Alexa. Obviously, Shayna Baszler said in the past, or it's been reported or whatever, that she's enjoyed working with Alexa, which we'll also mention Shayna later on. But again, and you know what? I think that'll segue right into it. I know there's with wrestling Twitter, there's at least one person that's notorious for wanting everything to go Alexa's way, yada. But as far as what they're trying to pull right now with her and Eva and Piper, specifically between Alexa and Eva, what the actual fuck? I'm going to focus more on just the concept. I'm going to focus on Eva later on. But in terms of this feud, stop it. Stop it. On it, end this now. Because there's now so much more that you can do with her. And I don't know if this is supposed to be a placeholder sort of feud until the Fiend comes back. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do, but it's weird to me. But anyway, and then one other thing to mention would be the whole thing with Jackson Ryder and Elias, which nobody wanted. People were saying that they were pumping in crowd noise for Ryder or Riker or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, just stop with that. It was awesome to see Keith Lee come back. Apparently he had been hurt, so him to take the challenge against Lashley, and obviously Lashley won, but still, can't wait to see what they do with Keith in the future. And then Goldberg fucking showing up, goddamn. I think most likely the reason why they have Goldberg back to face Lashley at SummerSlam is to soften him up to then have Big E cash in on him and become champion later on. Which, I mean, that's cool and all, but why the fuck does it have to be Goldberg? Why the fuck do you have to put Goldberg in situations like these? Why do you need to use him like this? He can't fucking wrestle anymore. He can't. We've seen it time and time again. He damn near fucked up The Undertaker. I mean, granted, Goldberg concussed himself before he even got in the match, and he damn near fucked up Undertaker worse than he already was fucked up because we knew, he was hurting shit. Bro, come on. I hope that once Goldberg's current contract is over, he's done. He does not get re-signed. I hope to God he fucking retires. Please. I mean, come on now. Please. Just retire, Goldberg. Retire. Please. But anyway, getting back to tonight's show, a lot of people were hoping that Becky would be back. A lot of people hoping that The Fiend would be back. Obviously, neither of which happened. We did get to see Lily the Doll come back on Alexa's Playground, of course. Then that got fucked up because Eva and Piper showed up. Eva tripping was fucking hilarious. But why the fuck do you, people were thinking, maybe, bro, again, the whole Eva thing, stop it with that. I think it would have been nice. I don't know how they're going to bring The Fiend back. It's going to have to have it one way or the other. Now that Cena's back, I know it's going to be a short amount of time for him, but maybe you find a way to bring The Fiend back, because the last time we had seen Cena was when he lost to Fiend in the Firefly Funhouse match back in 2020. And that whole thing, if Cena's going to be back, that whole thing is going to need to be explained. Supposedly, Cena doesn't want his character to have forgotten that, so maybe Fiend comes back. But with Cena's movie schedule, because, whatever the fuck he's going to do, whatever he's doing with Roman and all that shit, I don't know how that's going to work right now. But I do want to see The Fiend come back soon. And I think one of the big reasons why they've been waiting to bring him back is because he's wanted to have the fans back. And It would be awesome to see the Fiend come back. I think it would definitely help Alexa out, although I don't know how that dynamic's going to work, considering what Alexa did back at WrestleMania. But regardless, I hope that happens. And, and as a side note, maybe if once the Fiend comes back, maybe Orton comes back by then. Because I think right now they're kind of having Riddle work on his own, sort of like the understudy of Orton. Because, he's doing the whole pose and shit. I feel like something might get set up there, but I can't really confirm nor deny anything, and I'm not really 100% sure. But with all that being said, and I think with Becky, the thing with her is, I think the best course of action would be have her go to SmackDown, have her be with Seth, and probably turn her heel, and go from there. But again, WWE Draft needs to bring a shakeup to Raw. Raw needs it badly. Like, so fucking badly. And I'd love to see what could be done there in that regard. Now, with all of that being said, I will say this. Congratulations to Nikki Cross on cashing in on Charlotte at the end of the show and winning the title from Charlotte. That was fucking awesome. And actually, Shayna Baszler tweeted afterward that she literally tweeted out, every hero needs a villain. So maybe either, I don't know if Shayna's referring to herself in that situation. I completely forgot to mention the fact that we saw Nia and Shayna turn on Reginald, and then Reginald became 24/7 champion thereafter. So that was actually neat, to be honest with you, to see Reginald pull that one off. It appears that Reginald is done with Nia and Shayna. I'm hoping they break those two apart. I think there was rumors that Nia was going to take some time off, so I don't know when that's going to happen, if it's going to happen. But regardless of all of that, Nikki winning the title, this is an amazing story for her. She's come a long way. Obviously, the current superhero gimmick that she's got going on, this was her idea. She pitched it. She made it happen. And now to see her cash in, the third person to cash in Money in the Bank on Charlotte. The last two it was Carmella was the first one, and then Becky was Bayley was the second one. But to see Nikki do it, and some people were thinking, oh, Nikki's going to be the first, one to fail on the women's side at a cash-in. Nope. She got it done. She cashed in on Charlotte, gets the W after Charlotte and Ray's rematch. And I'm interested to see what happens. Again, like I said, with the Shayna Baszler tweet, I'm wondering if they're gonna set something up between Shayna and Nikki here. Obviously, setting something up between Nikki and Alexa would be very interesting if they get Alexa out of this stupid feud with Eva. Because, obviously, if you go back to the Money in the Bank match, before Alexa got buried in the ladders by everybody else, it was Nikki against Alexa pretty much to get up that ladder. And then, we all saw what happened. And Nikki still, obviously prevailed. And, of course, there's the shot with Natalya and one of the other ones. It's like a bad Photoshop of, like, you have to see the picture. It's hard to explain. But basically, I am so fucking proud of Nikki. I am so proud of what she was able to do tonight. I don't know how long this reign is going to last, especially because she's going to have to go up against Charlotte or possibly Rhea. Maybe, again, the Shayna Baszler tweet could be an omen for something. Maybe they decide to set something up with Alexa. But I am extremely proud of Nikki. Congratulations once again. You earned it. You deserve it. And I cannot wait to see what they do with you as the champion for the time being. And now, Eva. Believe me, there's so much shit I've wanted to say on Twitter. I'm going to say it here. Bringing you back was one of the worst fucking decisions that the WWE has ever made in the last few years. You fucking suck. You can't fucking wrestle. I don't care if they're trying to use you to get Piper, not Doudrop, Piper, over with the casual fans. I don't care that they're trying to do this with you being a heel. I don't give a shit. You cannot fucking wrestle. You absolutely fucking suck. Suck ass. Get the fuck out. And this is the part, and I can understand fans' frustrations if they're trying to have Alexa feud with Eva. I mean, you just look at some of the tweets, like, Eva just keeps, like, she's pushing herself as the highest paid woman in WWE. The face of the WWE, this and that. It's like, Evolution, no, stop it, seriously, stop it. Evolution does not exist. You fucking suck. And honestly, if WWE is trying to make a feud between you and Alexa, I feel bad for Alexa, because why the fuck should she have to feud with your trash ass? You glorified Starfire cosplayer. Yeah, I'm going to say that. The only reason why is because of the hair. But, I mean, come on, hell. Somebody made a fucking edit out of you as Starfire, which actually was a pretty fire edit. Not going to lie. And no pun intended. But, yeah, suck. And why the fuck is Piper now Doudrop? What the fuck? Where the fuck did that come from? Where the absolute fuck did that come from? Everybody knows that that's Piper. Why the fuck does she have to change her name? Why? Why? Because of you. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. I mean, they could have, if they wanted to fucking get her over to the casuals, they could have put her with anybody. And they chose you. You, Eva. Why? What fucking purpose do you have other than to, I mean, seriously. Look at the people that have been cut this year by WWE. And they're keeping you around. What the fuck? I mean, they let Aleister Black go, which was funny because of the fact that you let go of Aleister Black after introducing a feud with a repackaged character of him, said feud with Big E. Obviously, things have worked out for Big E because he is now Mr. Money in the Bank, but still, there was a feud right there, and you presented it and then threw it in the fucking trash. You let go of Braun Strowman. You've let go of some of these other people. And yet Eva's still here. Why? It is the most infuriating thing. Like, Raw can suck all at once. Smackdown can be far superior all at once. There will be bad booking decisions. There will be this and that. But nothing tops the fact that Eva does not belong in the WWE. Not even NXT for that matter. She can't wrestle. She can't fucking do shit. Except be an annoyance and a nuisance and a waste of space on that fucking roster. And it pisses me off. Seriously. I'm ready. I am personally ready for Alexa to run her the fuck out of here, scaring the shit out of her, which, by the way, that was funny. And oh my god. Piper deserves better. I'm just gonna say that. Piper literally fucking deserves better. The whole fucking roster deserves better than to have to deal with Eva on a week in, week out basis. But, you know, WWE's not gonna give a shit. They're just gonna keep going, and, you know, it's on them. But still, why the fuck is Eva still there? Seriously, why? Like, you won't have her go after somebody like Charlotte or Rhea or somebody like that. So you have her go after fucking Alexa? Really? Jesus Christ. I hope to God this is just a placeholder until fucking Bray shows up again. That would be nice. It really would be. Anyway, I've said about all I needed to say. Thank y'all for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.